Hey everybody, welcome to yet another vlog. Today I'm going to be going over a few things that we're doing here on the property. I'm going to apologize for the wind right now. It always seems to be windy out here, and it's not too bad, so hopefully it won't come across on the audio too much. As you can see, there's our metal roof that has a rain catchment, kind of system on it. In fact, there is a water storage tank over here that feeds our garden and any outside watering that we do. I still haven't hooked it up so that it supplies the inside of the house. We do have a black water tank over there. It's 1,550 gallons, and that's our household water that we get delivered from a local water delivery place. Most people out here where I live get water haul, and they either have somebody come deliver it to them, or they go out and they get it from one of the locations that you can get it. Now, I do want to get rain catchment completely for the inside of the house. The biggest problem doing that is the storage tanks. They are not cheap if you've ever looked into them. I was looking into, it looked like about $10,000 if I got a really big water storage tank, so I didn't have to buy a whole bunch of little ones. I am looking down in the Phoenix area because I think it'll be a little bit cheaper down there, because everything up here is quite expensive. And obviously I'm also looking for second-hand or used water tanks. So I'm keeping my eye out on that, but it is an investment, so it'll probably take quite a while. Now, this tarp is on our storage area for a reason. I showed it in a video a while ago, and it was to keep the rain out. However, the wind and all the elements have really torn it up. And it was only ever a temporary solution to a problem that we needed to address. So this is the inside of the storage area. We have tarps over everything because it does leak quite a bit, even when the tarp wasn't ripped up. When we got this place, you can see the big hole here. When we got this place, the hole wasn't that big, and the solar panels, there were solar panels that were covering the hole. So when we got the new solar system put in, we actually had them take those down and put them on our frame. So this hole got bigger with the more of the rain. Even with the tarp, it still got wet. The tarp would leak here and there. So we got some metal roofing for this. I'm going to show you that real quick. So these 3 panels are the new panels that we got. And these 4 panels are the ones that were on the roof that were blocking the hole. And this is our frame setup. It is all steel and goes into the ground, which was really hard because you see this pile of rocks here, that big rock right there, which I can't move, and a couple other little piles of rocks. It's a very rocky kind of soil, and they had to use the jackhammer to get that out. Alright, moving over here, this is the metal roofing that we have, and it actually matches the roofing that's on the house, which is kind of cool. We got this absolutely for free from somebody who came to look at a vehicle my mom was selling. Didn't end up buying the vehicle, but kind of became friends, and neighbors helping out neighbors. He had a ton of this stuff on the property he had bought and had no use for all of it, so he decided to give us this amount for free. Now these short pieces right here, I'm going to be putting on our chicken coop and getting a little rain catchment going to feed, water the chickens with that. And the rest of it though is going to hopefully be enough to patch that hole up on the roof. Unfortunately, that's going to mean one of us or both of us have to climb up that thing on a ladder, and the roof is rotted, so it's going to be dangerous. I'm going to try to take it slow. The wife is probably going to do most of the high stuff, which I don't really want her to do, but I do have a broken ankle. Well, it's not broken anymore, but I have a weak ankle now because it was broken. So we're going to take it slow. We're going to see if we can do it. If not, we might have to hire a handyman to come out here and do it. But that is definitely one of the projects that we need to get fixed right away, because that tarp is not going to work for another rain. And who knows when it's going to rain again. So now, as far as a garden update, there's not a lot going on in our garden. We are digging a path around it, which I'll show you, in order to put some chicken wire fencing along the perimeter. Hopefully that'll keep out the rabbits. Unfortunately, we did have some things up really high where we knew the rabbits couldn't get to it, yet something got to it, and we're thinking it must be crows or some other kind of flying rat. So I'm not really sure yet at what I'm going to do about them. I might have to put either a netting over top of it, or maybe I'll go over to Halloween store or whatever, get one of those Grim Reaper motion sensor things as a scarecrow. I don't know, I think that'd be kind of cool. So this was the potato thing that my wife was growing potatoes in, and actually looks like it's making a comeback a little bit. You can see that right there. But it was bushy. It was all the way up to the top of this, and then all of a sudden something ate it all, and we're thinking it was the birds because this was up high at the time. But it does look like it's making a comeback. Now here we have some old Global buckets. When we were living in an apartment, this was the way we were growing some vegetables, and we did okay with them. So we have a few things in these. I think that's a tomato plant. The wife would know. But we have this crate on top so that it protects it from flying rodents. And then this one, we have a laundry basket on top. But that is a cabbage that we started growing inside the house hydroponically, but then brought it out here. And this is about 2 days after we transplanted it. So it is looking a little sad, but that's mostly because of the shock. There, I took it off so you could get a little bit better of a view. It still looks like it's alive and doing well though. Alright, here's another issue that we're having. We came out here the other day doing what I'm just doing now, and found a whole bunch of these. Now the wife thinks that they're June bug larvae, and I'm not really sure about that, but let me show you a closer look. So you can kind of see them there. It's really kind of gross. Got different colors. Not too happy that I'm holding them right now, but there are a ton of these just below the soil. If you dig it up at all, you get a whole bunch of these. In fact, they're trying to escape as we speak. They roll up in a ball like that, and if you don't mess with them, they'll start crawling back under the soil. You can actually see over here, maybe, if there's one that's moving the soil a little bit. There he goes. So right along these fence posts, we have dug as much of a trench as we can in this rocky soil. And it's not all the way around just yet. We're still working on it a little at a time. It's been really hot, so we try to do it in the evening for a little bit. And then this was a root from this stump that we had to get out. And so we cut it until it was in half, and then I took the truck and tied a chain around the other half and pulled it out. But that's where the chicken wire will go, and then we'll put a little bit of it under the ground and bury it just so that the rabbits can't dig underneath. So I wanted to go ahead and show, I talked about this a little bit, I wanted to show the tumbling composter that I made from watching videos from Homestead Economics. If you don't know who he is, he's a Tucson-based homesteader who does a lot of projects, and they're really cool, and I really like this one. So I made the frame. The barrel itself is an old pickle barrel. Put a whole bunch of holes in it all over. It's got a removable top here, It's a fence post that runs through the whole thing to allow it to rotate. It's pretty full right now. And here is a PVC pipe that goes all the way to where the axis or the axle is. So it goes about right here, and it's a PVC pipe with an end cap with holes all the way in, and that just allows for more aeration and it's supposed to help with the composting. This barrel here is going to be my rain catchment barrel for my chickens, and it's going to feed the chickens water. So I hope everybody had a great Father's Day out there, well, all the fathers and all the baby daddies, right? Hope you had a good Father's Day. I had a pretty good one. We went to a steakhouse in Williams called Miss Kitty's. Not nearly as Gunsmoke theme as you'd think, but food was good, company was good, we had a good time. Daughter wasn't there, unfortunately. Right now she's in Wisconsin visiting her grandparents from her mother's side. So, but I got the call, you know, which is fine. Other than that, what I picked up for myself is this. Now, I posted this on Facebook for those of you lucky enough to know what my Facebook is. And this right here is a Star Model B 9mm. It's not a 1911. It looks like a 1911, and it is used in a lot of movies and film and TV as a 1911, but it's not. It's a Spanish-made Star Model B. This one was made in 1951. I'm going to do a little bit more of an up-close and personal look with this pistol. I got this pistol because, well, I saw Pulp Fiction and I thought it was a really cool pistol. I like the history of it. There's a lot of World War II history with these pistols, which I'll go into more in another video. This pistol does shoot extremely accurate, in my opinion, but I do have some feeding issues, and I believe it's the magazine. The magazine is numbers matching to the pistol, so it is the original magazine, but Star kind of cheaped out on their magazines midway through World War II, so it might be that. I'm going to have to find another magazine for it, but I'm having a lot of feeding issues with this pistol. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and load this up, and maybe I can replicate it on camera. One thing about this pistol, it does not lock and cock. In order for you, like this is the safety right here, the thumb safety, you cannot pull that safety up into safe unless you first pull back the and then put up the safety. That is a design flaw. A lot of people who buy these will go to a gunsmith and have that fixed. Now when I popped out the magazine just now, you can kind of see the next round in the chamber is kind of coming out, and I didn't do anything but put one in the chamber, and putting that one in the chamber moved this next one forward quite a bit. Alright, I went ahead and I filled up the magazine. That is 8 rounds, and there is one in the chamber right now. It is on safe. Go ahead and put in the magazine, and then I'll immediately drop the magazine. And without even racking the slide, I didn't rack the slide, it already moved forward a little bit. Let's go ahead and shoot it. Of course, there's absolutely no problems to feed on camera. I'll be shooting it more. I'll probably film it more. You'll see it. But mostly, if I pull the magazine out, multiple rounds come out of the magazine sometimes. So I don't know if the magazine is not tight enough at the top, or somebody was suggesting that the top of the magazine might be too long, needs to be shaved down. I really don't want to do that. So I'm going to try to get some new magazines and see if that fixes my problem. Alright guys, well that's all I got for you. Thanks very much for watching. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. If you liked the video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. God bless, and I'll talk to you later.